June 2023. So that's a little recap here, guys. You do get these formulas here, right? You get volume of a prism, etc., etc. You get some of these formulas here, right? So we're rolling. So get out your calculators. Let me see how much questions we could get done in the 2.5 hours.
No, we're taking breaks.
No. I'm giving you also here. So how this question is 2 marks, this question is supposed to be 2 minutes, eh? So let me see if we can stay within the region. So 2 minutes, let's go. Right, let me go. So first one, we get here Evelyn. 37 over 30, we running any calculator straight, right? Yeah. If you wanted to put some kind of work in here, what you could have done, multiplication first, right? So you could have done 5 over 6 plus 2 over 3 minus, somebody that's multiplied 12 over 35 by 7 over 9. I think 7 into 35 is 5, right? 7 into 35 is 5. So it will actually be 12 over 45, right? And then you run it to the calculator and what again? Yeah, the final answer. Over 30? Yeah. Over 30 is an improper fraction. Or give it as a mixed number. It will be 1 and 7 over 30. Right? Either 1, 2 marks in the bag, right? Or you see this? If you get this, put 2 marks, right? We're going to calculate how much you get. Right, 2 marks again, right?
But I get one now, but when I do so right and I put it to the 7 over 30.
We're not on mute. Right, let's go. So listen, you're finding the square root, Kyle and Tristan. You're finding the square root of everything underneath here. And the answer you get to write it into 3 decimal places. Yeah. So give me the answer straight up when you punch it in on your calculator.
0.602.
0.602. What after the 2?
8.
So, all right. So this will be 3 decimal places, right? Online, raise your hand if you get these 2. Online. Come in. That's something not getting. 2 marks again, right? If you got us? No? What? Where did wrong? All right, that's all. Let me just show. Write 0.00527 in standard form. Now, the first step before you can write anything in standard form is to identify where the first significant figure is. What is the first significant figure in this number?
5.
Right, very good. Everybody good there, right? The first significant figure is 5. So I'm going to move this point 1, 2, 3 times to get the point to the right of the first significant figure. So this will now become 5.27 multiplied by 10 to the power of -3. The amount of times you move your point, if you move your point to the right, it's a negative power of 10. Okay? The right is wrong. That's 1 mark. Correct, yeah.
I 1 mark.
Everybody online good there? Raise your hand if you got this. Well, if you didn't have a chance to do it. All right. But you knew this? Very good. Right. Harris works a call center for 35 hours each week. He is paid an hourly rate of $11.20. Calculate the amount of money he earns for a 4-week month, right? 35 hours each week, $11.20 per hour, right? How much is he making per week, guys?
35 hours.
This is a weekly wage, right? Weekly wage. My weekly wage will be what? What am I multiplying?
Weekly.
Anybody?
35 by 20.
35 by $11.20. Excellent. And this will be equal to how much? How much is he making weekly? 392. You get that, Kyle?
Yeah. Well,
that's weekly, right? So for a 4-week month, this is a 4-week month. Yeah, no problem. That's showing working, right? So a 4-week month will be 4 multiplied by 392, and what they getting?
1,568.
Everybody good here?
Yeah.
2 marks in the bag. How many people have full marks so far?
Yeah.
1 mark for here, right? Raise your hand if you have full marks so far. Plenty of people online, but who we have full marks? That's you. All right. You don't have full marks. I say that's you. Yeah? All right. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. In a certain week, Harish works 8 hours overtime. Overtime hours are paid at 1.5 times the usual rate, which is $11.20, right? Find the total amount of money he is paid for that week. So first thing we must find is the overtime hourly. Ooh. Overtime hourly rate.
I find it's really the time money you can for it.
Yeah, you're correct. Somebody coming from Hillview this morning again. Forget the child name, but the mother called me. The child starting Saturday. I will tell you that song. Boy, my boy, plenty of you, boy. Right, overtime hourly wage would be equal to, watch it, time and a half is 1.5 times the original overtime wage, right? So how much is this?
$16.
Raise your hand if you got $16.80 as the overtime hourly. Upper wage is hourly rate. And you can put hourly wage, it's the same thing. That's how much you make per hour, right? So how many hours did this man so this is just the overtime wage we're going to find now, right? My overtime wage would be the $16.80 multiplied by how many overtime hours did he work for? 8. Cool? How much is this person making in overtime? $134 and somebody second this. You get that? You didn't get that? Online, raise your hand if you got this, please.
I didn't understand.
All right. Nia, you get this?
I find it weird for this question or stupid.
The wording for the question, stupid, why? What make you think that?
They ask you to find how much money he was paid for the week. They never say how much money he was paid in overtime. So technically,
Right. Oh, well, the question ain't done. They ask how much money is paid for that week, right? The total is, so they put total in capital letters. The question ain't done yet, right? So this is the overtime wage. So this is your total wage. Total wage will be equal to the 134.40. And how much did he make in a normal? It's 300 and how much? You sure? Let me scroll up and let's make sure, right? Oh, it's supposed to have it in all the book. Right, look at here. Weekly range is 392. So how much you get in here? What is the total? $526.40. Raise your hand if you got this, please, for your total wage. So it's 3 different things we have to find here. That's right. So we want to simplify this algebraic fraction multiplied by this algebraic fraction here, right? We can cross multiply. Agreed? 4 into 16 would be 4. Thank you. 5 into 15 would be 3. X's cancel out, right? My X's would cancel. X into X cancels. So all remain with here would be 3 over 4, 1 mark in the bag. Right? Now this next one here, you're working it like you'll work on normal equality, like if it had an equal sign in the middle there, only one thing changes my inequality sign. And as if you are dividing by a negative number at the end. Right? When you're trying to find the final thing, if you are dividing by a negative number, your inequality sign would flip, right? So we go in. We bring in all the m's to one side. So let me fling this 8m here. That minus would become a minus 8 will become what? This is a minus here, guys. Minus 8 will become what? Plus. And then this 12 will come here. Plus is understood in front of this 12, right? That plus 12 will become what?
Negative.
Right, it underneath here. Not sure if you all seen it clearly. Right. So 8m comes here. 12 comes here. Remember, this is plus 12, right? So I'm going to put the 8m in front of the 4m. Cool? 8m, because it's plus 8m, minus 4m is less than or equal to, we'll put the 5 here first, and then plus 12 will become minus 12. Everybody good here?
So, I want to critique with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this case, we'll come up to the same answer with the item, right?
Yeah.
And just supposed to put the negative 4 first, and just
Yeah, you could, but I doesn't, well, I teach you, so you hear that from me. I always tell students what was there, put it back first, right? So it's what Kyle said. So you're supposed to put that's how I teach it, right? I say put what CXC had on that side, put that there first, right? So the 4M was there, you put that, and then you add the plus 8M, but you'll get the same answer, right? Because negative 4M plus 8M will be 4M, and then how I had it before, 8M minus 4M will be 4M. Cool? So this will be less than or equal to 5 minus 12 will be negative 7. Right? Everybody good so far? Yeah. Now you take the 4, you carry to the side, and what do you do to it? What is understood between the 4 and the M?
Multiplication.
So multiply 4 on the left. What do you do with the 4 when you carry to the right? Divide. So M would be less than or equal to negative 7 divided by 4. So I'm going to put a little note here, because if this, right, so if 4 was negative, we flip. Right, so we flip inequality. Inequality sign. When you're talking to parents, you have respect for him. Let me go. If that was negative, it's not a negative, so we don't have to flip nothing, right? We leave it as less than or equal to. Everybody good there? Right. Scrolling down. Anybody got that 2 marks? Nobody here? All right. Anybody online got the 2 marks? So that's running back through, right? Oh, lucky. I'm running back through. So we have, right. So the diagram below shows a compound shape, this made from 2 rectangles. The lengths in the diagram, which are written in terms of X, are in centimeters, right? So each length here is in centimeters. And what I was saying before is that CXC is moving towards these questions a lot. So if we want QP, this entire length on the right is 3x. So if we want to find QP, it will be 3x minus this piece here, right? This piece is actually x plus 3. So how would it look? It would look like how it is underneath here. 3x minus x plus 3. Everybody good there? Now what's something, eh? This negative in front here actually applies to these 2 terms inside here. So it's like negative 1 by, no problem, Makeda, negative 1 by x and negative 1 by 3. So this will actually be 3x minus 1 by x is just x, right? So it's minus x, and that's minus 1 by positive 3 will be minus 3. So 3x minus 1x would give us 2x minus 3 is my answer. 2x minus 3, got that? So it's going to be 4x minus 5, which is the entire thing, minus this piece here, which is x plus 1, would give me r cubed. All right, so I'm going to put x plus 1. Same thing like above there. This negative 1 going to apply to this and this. All right. So let's write it out first. So it'll be 4x minus 5 minus x minus 1. Cool? All the x's work out together, right? So it'll be 4x minus x. And then you have negative 5 minus 1. Okay? 4x minus 1x will be how much x? 3x. And then negative 5 minus 1 would be what? Negative 6. Negative 6. Online, raise your hand if you got this. Look at one time. Because I feel you might struggle with this one. The total area is 414. So I'm scrolling up. Let me erase all this noise here. Right? Let me erase all this noise. Clear up the diagram. Right? Right. So I'm going to cut this diagram into two pieces, right? I'm cutting it here. Right? So watch it now. This we'll call here A, we'll call here B. The area of A would actually be what we just found. What we just found, RQ to be. What did we find RQ to be? What is the length here? 3x minus 6. Everybody get there?
Yeah.
Right? Right. 3x minus 6. Multiplied by, so this multiplied by this will be the area of A. You all agree? Length multiplied by breadth. So I'm going to write it in here. Area is two areas that I find. Area of A would be equal to the same, not 4, it was 3. What is this again? 3x minus 6 by x add 3 was on the next side, right? X add 3. Because the area of A, which is a rectangle, actually just be length multiplied by breadth. Okay? Scrolling back up to show you all. Your length is 3x minus 6. So you have to see these expressions as actual lengths. Right? So length multiplied by width is what this area is. What this one will be? B. 3x multiplied by x add 1. Everybody good there? Length multiplied by width. So we go in here. On this side, part line in the middle here, this will be the area of B, right? Same length multiplied by breadth. And this will be 3x. Okay, let's put the 3x on the outside. So it'll be like 3x multiplied by what was Kyle? X add 1. Right? So I want you all to work out these two. When you work out these two now, you would have to add them together and put it equal to 414. Simplify it and see if you're getting this above here. I'm going to give you all 3 minutes to try that.
Simplify.
We're going to work out this area first. So I'm going to put some arrows, right? Let me put some arrows in red. It's going to be 3x multiplied by x and 3x multiplied by 3. Everybody agrees? Let's do that first. 3x by x will be what? 3x squared. Everybody good there? 3x multiplied by 3 would be 6. Negative 6 by x would give me negative 6x. And then negative 6 by positive 3 would give me negative 18. Simplifying this, you'll get 3x squared plus 3x minus 18. Everybody good there so far? Who got this? Who got this part? All right, Kyle get, Evelyn you got. But you understand where I went wrong? I see Nia get it, Yuvraj got it. And Izzy got it, Emmanuel got it, right? Krishma, you did anything like this before?
Yes, sir.
All right, but everybody see where they went wrong, right?
So that's like quadratics, right?
Yeah, it's like you're reversing quadratics. Right? So let you go. 3x by x and 3x by 1. So this one will be what? 3x squared plus 3x. Everybody good there? Everybody good there? Okay? So we work in. We go in now. So they said the total area. So I go and add up these two areas, right? So I want to make some space underneath here. Is this right? So therefore, I'm going to put therefore total area would be 3x squared plus 3x minus 18 plus 3x squared plus 3x. And this will be equal to 41414. Everybody good there so far? Right? Now, if you get the above wrong, you would get this part wrong also. Right? Because you would have had to substitute any wrong thing, right? So let me add the like terms. So 3x squared plus 3x squared will be how much? 6x squared. 3x plus 3x would be 6x. Then you have the minus 18 is equal to 414. Remember, we're trying to get to look like what's above here. Right? This. So you all see how it is equal to 0? So that means I have to move that 414 from there, carry it to the side, and then do what with it? This is plus here. So what do you do with it when you carry there? 6x squared plus 6x minus 18 minus 414 would be equal to 0. Negative 18 minus 414 would be negative how much? Negative 432. Right? Negative 432. We good there? Right. Now what we can do here to get to look like what we have above there? Anybody? We want to get an x.
You divide by 6?
Divide everybody by 6. Divide by 6. So that means everybody here we divide by 6, evenly on the other side, which is the 0. So 6 into 6x squared gives you 6. Not 6, sorry, x squared. Plus 6 into 6x will give you x. Then 6 into 32 will give you what? 72. And then 6 into 0 is 0. Shown. You put a little box to indicate shown. Right? So that's 2 full questions we cover in this class already so far.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead, Makira.
What's the name of the stuff?
This is algebra in general.
Because I joined late, I don't know.
We do not pass paper. No.
Okay.
Yeah, we just do not pass paper. This is June 2023.
Okay.
So for number 3, right? For number 3, angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. This is a 90-degree triangle, so you can use Pythagoras' theorem to find the hypotenuse, which would be the diameter, right? That's my hint. Work. 3 marks for this, right? So therefore, right, I need to put that here. Therefore, angle in a semicircle is 90. Therefore, ABC is equal to 90 degrees. I needed to put that. Right, let me see all here. Let me start all off here. Come on, what's the geometrical name for the line AB? What AB is? What?
Straight line.
I'm on to my straight line. That like a shot to my heart there. What is it correct? Thank you very much, Yuvraj. It's a chord. We do that just last week. Right? A straight line from one end of the circumference to the next and does not pass through the center is a chord. Right? Chord. Whole mark or stuff in red here because obviously my children, you all have forgotten, right? So let me go. Pi, sa, write it down. Theorem, right? Okay? If I have a right angle triangle, my children, it don't matter how the right angle is drawn, right? Okay? So once I have a right angle triangle, here, this is my hypotenuse, which will actually be a common A, and then the other 2 sides is B and C, doesn't matter, right? So A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared, right? That is Pythagoras' theorem. So relating it to the question above, A would actually be, so A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared. A would actually be AC. So AC squared is equal to B, which is what? What is B? 8.2? B and C are 8.2. 8.2 plus 8.2 squared. So AC squared is equal to what? 8.2 squared plus 8.2 squared.
Oh, that is 134.48.
134.48. Right? Now, in order to find AC, you need to do the opposite of squared on this side, which is? So AC is equal to the square root of 134.48, which is what?
11.6 after
11.6. Give it to two decimal places, not one.
11.5, 11.6, I mean, because
It's 5.9 something, all right, well, 11.6. You're going to 11.6. Somebody second this. You got that, Evelyn? 11.6, right? And this would be centimeters, right? So that's the diameter. The question's still ain't done, right? Here's 11.6 centimeters. So therefore, what's my radius, my children? Therefore, radius is equal to diameter divided by 2. Yes, you Raj? So it'll be 11.6 divided by 2. What's my radius? 5.1? 8 centimeters. Right? So, you know, CXC was given these marks. Let me see that. Let me tell you how CXC was given time. So, the sum of angles in a polygon with n sides is
So let's say
right. So this is the only formula I have for this, right? The sum of angles. Please put angles. The sum of angles in a polygon with n sides is n minus 2 multiplied by 180. So the only thing we could form is we could form an equation. You have n minus 2 in brackets multiplied by 180 is actually going to be equal to, now they said each interior angle. So the sum of the angles inside a polygon, meaning the interior of the polygon, right? With n sides is equal to this. So that means the interior angles is 160. But how much sides you have in a polygon will be how much angles you have in a polygon. So this will actually be equal to 160 multiplied by n, or 160n, right? So let me multiply this 180 into the brackets now. Right? So it will actually be 180n minus what? 3 how much? No, that's not 3. That will be 16 to, yeah, 320. No, 150 and 150.
360.
Yeah, 360, sorry. So B minus 360 is equal to 160n. What we moving here? How we finding n? Let me get everything with n on one side. How we find how much size this polygon have? What we moving?
160.
160 going here and 360 going here. Right? So watch it. 180n, this is plus 160n. It becomes minus 160n is equal to that minus 360 becomes plus 360 or just 360. Okay? What we do now? What we could work here? 180 minus 360. Not 360, 160, sorry.
So that is 120.
No, that's 20.
Okay, sorry.
20, n is equal to 360. How we find an n, guys? N is equal to, what are we doing here with this 20?
You're moving it to the next side and dividing.
Excellent. So it'll be 360 divided by 20. So n is equal to, how much y'all getting here? 18? 18 sides in the people polygon. Everybody should have this by now, right? Let me start the question asking. This is the topic we're doing from next week, right? So we just have a little, a little intro to it here. On the diagram above, draw the image of A after it undergoes a reflection in. So anytime you're seeing a reflection, anytime you're going to do a reflection, the word in is what they're going to use. So a reflection in the line, x is equal to -1. And label that image A prime. This little dot here means prime, right? So the first thing we're going to do...
Start over, please.
The image of the actual object, right? This is your object here. Your object is like your first drawing. So we're going to draw the image of A, which is a reflection in the line x is equal to 1. So watch how the line x is equal to -1 is going to look, right? So I'm going to insert a line. So watch it. X is equal to -1. You're starting here. It's supposed to go from top to bottom. Go from top to bottom and pass through -1. So that line there is the line x is equal to -1. It rolls from top to bottom and it passes through where x is -1. So this is like your mirror. So I'm just going to put some line here to show lines to show that it is like a mirror. Okay, reflecting. And I don't know if anybody ever draw a mirror. Sometimes you just put this here. All right. Right, so this is your mirror. You don't need to put this there. I just showing you something. Let's make sure you have the line. Make sure you have the line x is equal to -1. Everybody good there? Yeah? All right, so let me go. Reflection in the line x is equal to 1 and label that image A prime. Yes, x is equal to -1. So watch it. The distance from here to the line would be the distance from the line to the image, right? The distance from the object, which is the original, to the line, and then the distance from the line to the image will be the same distance apart. So watch it. You could track some of the points. So let's track this point. This point, let's go 1, 2, right? So you know 2 centimeters away. 1, 2. So this point, the new point is going to be here. Yeah, it's flipping. It's like it's flipping. It's flipping. So let me track this line here. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, right? So this new point is going to be here. Cool? Now you could draw the rest of the image based on these two things, right? Because watch, you know this one is 1 centimeter behind it. So you put this here. And you know this point here is 2 centimeters behind it. You put that here. So I'm going to draw the image now. So you'll start to draw your image. So I put in this line, bang, insert a line. So you have bang. Now these little curls that I put, you don't need to put that, I just put that to show you all what's going on. All right, insert line. Right, and insert line. Right, so let me show you this. What I put here, you did not need to put, which will be these lines here, guys. These lines, you did not need to put this. Yeah, you can. But it will just make your drawing look untidy. Right. So this here would be my image. What did they say to label my image as? A prime, right? A prime. So that is my image. Who does not understand? Makeda, you good there?
So my graph paper is a little bigger, so I have 12 going straight down and 9 going across as my x and y, right? So when I do the image exactly how it is on the screen right here, I get it exactly like that. But like when I do the reflection thingy, I get like
my picture.
Okay.
Sure, my picture, yeah. Everybody else one looking like this?
Yeah.
Raise your hand if your drawing looking like mine.
So it is as if you or this could be harder.
It does get harder, the rotational hard by.
It could like two and so on, but
Right? Everybody good here? Emmanuel and Jordan?
it don't matter. I just do extra.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
Right, so we
So I
just
did this
did.
topic already, actually.
Right. Right, listen up, listen up. So a translation, so a reflection is like a flip. A translation is like a slide. So it's like you're taking the object A and it's either you're sliding it that way and then sliding it down, or you're sliding it down and then you're sliding it across, right? It's a slide. So I want you to write this somewhere, right? Note. So a reflection, I'm going to give you all proper notes next week on this, eh?
So you write it in the book, right?
Nah, still write it. Reflection.
Mommy write it in the page, not in the book.
Yeah. Because I intend to give all the
not every book.
proper notes. You can write on the graph paper. So a reflection is like a flip. And a translation is a slide. As I said, next week, Friday, we'll be doing detailed notes on this. Right? You do talking with me. But you ain't do the questions like what we're going to do next week. Or you go dead with them questions.
I forget. I remember we had this on right.
You sleep it on a line,
I analyzed you long time.
So I'll send you a picture.
You said it?
Go, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
You run to the shoes, yeah, must be is a day.
Exactly. Makina, the original, I didn't tell you all this because I took it for granted, eh? When we do our translation, so a translation with vector 4, -7, and label that image A double prime, right? So I should write these primes. So like this is A prime, or they also say A complement, and then this will be A double prime.
Or that's like, so that's like if you write on the side and then come on the side.
Huh?
Then like if you flip it on the side and then you flip it back on the side to go down.
We're not flipping down now, we're gonna slide. But we still slide in the original, we slide in the original image, eh? Okay? Right, it's another one, it's just another transformation. No. We going back here. So we coming from here now. So we're not doing so and then doing something else. We're coming from here now. Right? No, we don't know what we're doing. The translation is on a vector 4, -7. So what's something very important to note, right? If I give you a translation of vector 4, -7, right? So the top number means movement left to right. Movement left or right. Okay? So negative means you're going to the left. Positive means you're going to the right. Okay? Then this is up or down. Movement up or down. Right? Okay? So I want to put note. Negative means left and positive. So this is our translation. Eh? Negative means left and positive means right. Okay, that's note 1. Then note 2. Note 1. Right. Negative, very good. Negative means down, and positive means. For translation,
I'll screenshot it, sir.
right? So translation, the top number is movement to the left or right. The bottom number will be movement up or down. So negative means to the left and positive means to the right. Negative means down and positive means up, right? So this translation with vector 4, -7 would be 4 spaces to the right and 7 spaces down. So once you plot 1 point, you can form the image of that 1 point, right? So we have here where this next point would be. You could go 2 centimeters up here. Everybody agrees? 2 centimeters up, right? And then, so all I did is I move this point 4 spaces to the right, and then the same point goes 7 spaces down, right? So this would be here. So we're going to draw our image now. So we come in here. Boom. Now you realize this one faces the same direction, eh? Why? Because you just move it that way and then move it down, right? So each one here, you go watch it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool? You get this, Evelyn? Yeah. You, Joy? Right. So this will be what? What we labeling this as? A. What we labeling this as, guys? A double prime. This will be A double prime. Raise your hand if you got this. Watch how much people go raise their hand. Everybody's supposed to raise their hand. Right, very good. So make sure you write it out, okay? Make sure you have this in your book. Because we're starting this aggressively next week. And I don't want to take no long set of time on this, sir. Yeah, not bad. So the reflection and slide real easy. I would go as far to say that that enlargement is not bad also. But see the rotation, sometimes it's hard to find by the rotation. It can be very confusing because you had to connect lines. If you had to find the center of rotation, you had to connect lines to the corresponding. So like if I put something down here, right? Like down here, you had to connect the lines and then you had to bisect each line with a protractor. Hey, that's something you have to have all your geometry plan for next week. Eh? You have to bisect the lines. Very good. So you have to bisect the lines and then draw all the bisectors, and where all the bisectors meet is where the center of rotation will be. That is a little task to do. It's 4. Reflection, translation, enlargement, and rotation. We're doing all. Find the value of x. When the battery die, or when the thing come on, all the ports stop working.
All the others?
Yeah, all the ports stop working. Right, let go. So for what value of x is f of x undefined, right? So for Still in green, but I will leave it in green, right? So note for f of x to be undefined, the denominator is equal to 0, right? So for f of x to be undefined, this means the denominator is equal to 0. So look at how it's going to look, right? So this means that x plus 2 is equal to 0. So this implies that f of x is undefined. Now they need you to find the value of x for this to happen. So let's find the value of x. When I carry 2 on the side, what do I do to take away? Very good. So x will be equal to 0, take away 2. X will be equal to -2. Cool? Everybody good here? Online, you all got this? That's the value of x.
Yes, sir.
Right? So we roll in again. One time. So they want us to find g of a quarter and h of -3, right? You all write down these things on top now. Write down all the functions. Because you need them.
Yeah.
You have them? Everybody have them?
Yeah.
Right, I'm scrolling down, right?
Yeah.
So I think if you came in when I was doing composite function, you know. Remember this? Like f of 0. You came in when I was doing coordinate geometry? Oh. Not functions. But I tell you, write it down and write it down. Write it down. You ever did it in school? No? Yeah, well, I know you didn't do that.
No, other half of the school, really slow.
It's real different, but sometimes I was really feeling for the chair not trying, but because there's no way you're going to finish that syllabus. Mm-hmm.
You don't understand, but life in that school is different. It's hard.
It's very hard. Yeah. Right. What basically went on here is, well, for you especially, Avely, if you want to find g of a quarter, you see this x here, in g of x, replace it with a quarter. It's like a substitution question. So instead of putting 4x minus 5, you put 4 by a quarter minus 5. Right? 4 multiplied by a quarter will be 1. 1 minus 5 is -4. Right? Hey. Oh, yeah. I go buy that. Right. Let me go with, so watch it here, right? For h of -3, right? H of -3. Now you're seeing h of x is equal to this Avely. So where do you think we replace an x with here? If you want to find h of -3. Right. So it will be, this will be equal to 1 again, the pen. Right. So this will be -3 squared minus what was? Minus 1.
Yeah.
-3 squared will be 9. 9 minus 1 will be 8. That is what h of -3 is. This was g of a quarter. So you see how simple this is? Avery?
Or is minus? Or I took yours.
Actually, it's minus.
I write it wrong for the side.
Actually, it was minus. No, I'm trying to tell you that it just.
I write it wrong for the function on top. Kill to that, my man.
But was smart, I'm left hand.
Yeah, I confused how was minus.
What's that, Makira?
How was minus 1?
Ano yan niya?
How
Okay,
is
how-
minus 1? Right
Yeah,
now,
hey,
front
look
of
at
my
plus 1. Hey, excuse, it's plus 1.
That is what I said.
Let's tell him a -1.
But
I
you
have
said it was
actually,
minus one.
sir, I
I took
had
it.
that 10 at first. When I see that, I thought I read the function wrong.
I thought it was minus.
I thought I read the function wrong.
Right, so it's 10. Right? No, for this one.
I had 10 though.
Right, for this one, lock in. For this one, we need to find f of 0, right? F of 0 means you're putting 0 into f, right? So watch, I'm scrolling up. Right. F of x is 3 over x plus 2, right? So f of x, you can write the f of x anywhere. F of x is 3 over x plus 2. So this will be 3 over x. In this case will be what? What x is in this case? 0. 0 plus 2. So it'll be 3 over 0 plus 2 is 2. So f of 0 would be equal to 3 over 2. But the question wants us to find f of 0. But what did we just find f of 0 to be? So it's like I want to find f of 3 over 2. So now you're putting 3 over 2 in place of x here. So it'll be 3 divided by 3 over 2 plus 2. So somebody give me the answer here. So I'm coming on the side. F of 0 would be equal to, somebody second that, 7 over 3.5.
Just so.
Where you get there, Avely? Work out the other, work out the bottom. So it'll be 3 divided by whatever you get at the base there. So it'll be 3. 3 over 2 is 1.5 plus 2. That'll be 3.5, which will be 7 over 2. Right? So 3 divided by 7 over 2 will be 3 multiplied by 2 over 7. So it'll be 6 over. This will be 7 over 2, right? Right? 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 is 7 over 2. Right? So 3 divided by 7 over 2. Yeah. It'll be 6 over 7. Or 6/7 is your answer.
So you want to see.
What's that? I see that. Watch music in the back there. Serious? No, we don't ever done well. There you go. If you catch it, imagine if you get to do this whole. But wait now, what we doing? The other class have you in it? Which class? Well, yeah, 2 and 3, which is now 3 and 4. Yeah. So you have classes on Tuesday. Now we do now. We doing areas and perimeters in that class. Because the class this morning, I did quadratic functions with them. Right. So if you want to find g h of x, right? You are putting the second function into the first, right? So this will be equal to g of h of x is actually this entire thing here. Cool? So you want to put x squared plus 1 into g of x. So wherever we have x here, we are replacing it with x squared plus 1. So this is what it becomes. So look at it here, right? You see this whole bracket? It replaces x here. So you're going to put 4. Instead of putting x, you're going to put x squared plus 1. All right? Then minus 5. What do we do with this 4 that is in front of the brackets here? What do we do with this? So x by this, x by this, and this will be equal to 4x squared plus 4 minus 5. So this will be 4x squared minus 1, because 4 minus 5 will give me negative 1. So this here is what gh of x would be equal to. right? That's the composite function. Composite function. Composite function. Huh? X. Right. That's a composite function. Now we go into the inverse of the function. Right? So the inverse of the function, g negative 1 of negative 2, right? So if we have g, we have to start with g of x. What is g of x? We have to find g negative 1 of x first, right? I'll put that here. You have to find g negative 1 of x first. Okay? You got to find that first. So what is g of x? Is it the 4x minus the 5?
Yeah.
What was g of x? 4x minus 5. Right? What's step 1? Anybody? Replace g of x with x and replace x with y. And then you need to make back y the subject. Right? So I'm going to write it in the corner here. Replace g of x with x and x with y. Right? The?
Make a whole different step. So you say replace that with y and then switch it.
Replace what?
You say the whatever by x, put it as y, and then.
Right, so replace x with y and replace g of x with x. This always what I've been teaching you all.
Well, you said that we at first, so it's replace g of x with y.
Nah, you didn't learn that by me. You didn't learn that by me.
I'll bring you and share.
Nah, it are sure because that's what other teachers. That's what other teachers just teach. I doesn't teach that step. To replace g of x with y. No. Replace g of x with x, other teachers just teach that because and replace x with y. Right? And then here now, you're gonna make, so write this down. Even if you don't write it, please make y the subject. So we're going to move negative 5 here. If we move negative 5 to the other side, instead of minusing, we add. So it's going to be 4y. And then to move 4y here, what do we do with the 4? Not 4y, to move 4. What do we do it for when we carry this 4 to the left? What do we do with it? Excellent. X plus 5 divided by 4 would be equal to y. And the last step is to replace y with the inverse you're trying to find, right? So replace y with the inverse, which is g negative 1 of x in this case, right? So x plus 5 over 4 is equal to g negative 1 of x. That's the inverse of g of x. But the question in this asks us to find the inverse. They want us to find g negative 1 of 2. So who could take our guess what we replacing x with here? We want to find g
negative 2.
Very good, Makeda. G negative 1 of 2 means instead of putting x here, put in negative 2 plus 5 all over 4. Negative 2 plus 5 is what? 3. 3/4 is what g negative 1 of negative 2 would be. Right? So I feel I will